So yeah, I'm on day 4 of my water fast, snake diet fast. I don't like to call it water fast because who knows what these motherfuckers are putting in the water, or lack thereof, right? So yeah, I'm on day 4. This ain't the first time I've done a fast. I told y'all in previous videos or whatever. Like I've done multiple fasts, but I be going on trips and then coming back and eating like trash and then gaining the weight back and blase blase. And I'm tired of the cycle. So what I'm gonna do this time? I'm gonna do, thanks to who was it? Finally fasting at YouTube. He Jerome, that's his name. Yeah. So thanks to him, he kind of like uh he I got the idea from him. He was doing 90-day fasts and then back to back 90s, right? And then break the fast 90, break the fast 90, right? And that's cool because I see his results and it's wonderful. It's dope, right? So shout out to him. Um, and shout out to the MF Doom tattoo, of course, right? Because you gotta shout out these rappers someday. Anyway, so the video I'm finna make right now is about the addiction to the idea of food rather than the addiction of food, right? So 2018 when I first started snake diet, um, I noticed from the second day of my fast that I was watching food vlogs. I was watching I was watching Food Ranger. I was watching Mark Weens. That motherfucker's a weirdo though. I don't know what the fuck he be making an eye bobble all, every time, but whatever. And my favorite is what's his name? That motherfucker from Minnesota. The best ever food review show. I don't know his government, but that's anyway. So I started watching that, and I was hooked. I was hooked, and I was like, I would write the names and addresses and the foods to order from these restaurants that these guys was going to. So when I was really up to it, I could go travel to these countries and locations and go to them restaurants, right? My friends would be like, how the fuck are you fasting and how the fuck are you fasting and watching food all day, right? I came to the conclusion that I'm not addicted to the food. I'm addicted to the idea of it, and there's some kind of anxiety correlation in that mix somehow because like I told y'all before in a previous video, I wake up middle of the night and with this anxiety, I don't know if it's my cortisol spiking in my sleep because I do tend to get nightmares. I lived a hard life. What do you expect, man? But I get nightmares, and so I wake up middle of the night like, yo, I just need to eat some bread or some carbs, some real carbs, some sugar, whatever the fuck it is to make me go to sleep. And so I notice when I'm fasting, I'm watching food all day. I'm watching recipes. Shout out to Chef John at motherfucking Food Wishes because I love that motherfucker's dialogue. He kills me. But I be watching like last night. Last night I was watching Hungarian beef goulash recipes, which by the way it looked fucking fire. But it's just funny to me because I love to cook too, right? But it's just funny to me because I'm looking at these recipes and these foods I need to eat after I'm done my fast. It gives me something to look forward to, right? It gives me something to look forward to. But I've noticed as well. Here's a so I've noticed when I'm fasting, or even when I'm trying to start a fast, because every day I eat one meal a day, or at least I try to. But I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I don't eat dinner. I eat something past dinner, whatever the fuck you call it. That's what I eat, right? A big motherfucking meal, which is horrible. Like I truly believe that I should be eating a big meal, but eating that in the morning, right? So I just have fuel for the day, and I don't have to sleep on a full stomach and shit like that. But so, what was I getting at? What the fuck was I getting at? I realized that when I would break, I would try to. I don't. First of all, I don't consider OMAD fasting really. Like I just consider it like it's just maintaining really, right? I don't consider that shit fasting. Like fasting to me is extended fasting, right? Maybe because I'm an extremist in that sense. Everything I'm doing, I'm kind of extreme about. But so what was I getting at? My motherfucking brain. That's why I'm ADHD like a motherfucker. But what the fuck was I saying? Um, Oh yeah, so when I break my fast or try to start a fast and just fold at night, and I be like I'll make sure I don't thaw out no meat, no nothing. So I have like, cause I'm trying to, my intent is to fast. So what that leads to around 2, 3 a.m. I'm sitting there. I'm on Uber Eats now. I'm on Uber Eats, DoorDash, Skip the Dishes, motherfucking Grubhub, motherfucking what's the other one? Motherfucking the overpriced shit. What the fuck was it called? It don't matter. That don't matter, right? That shit. I was ordering that shit. Postmates. That shit is overpriced like a motherfucker. Maybe it's just LA. I don't know. But um, after I order the food, my hunger is immediately gone. My hunger is immediately gone. It vanishes after the food is already, the order's already processed and this and that. And I never cancel it. I just accept it. I take that loss and I say, you know what? If I cancel this order right now, if I cancel this order right now, I'm not gonna I'm gonna order it again. So I just let it ride through and I just accept. I take my loss. I take my defeat. You know what I mean? But I notice that I am not hungry anymore after I press pay. After I press pay now or whatever the fuck this shit says, I press pay and my hunger is completely gone. It vanishes. Right? Why is that? Why am I laying there in bed dwelling on a motherfucking Big Mac with supersized fries and a motherfucking apple pie and a motherfucking McFlurry with some fudge on top and a motherfucking and a junior chicken on the side, right? Why am I craving that shit? And I dead ass, I actually will order that shit, right? But and eat it all too, right? But it's because I'm addicted to the idea of the food, right? I'll be watching these food vlogs and I feel my mouth salivating, right? And it actually helps me come get through the fast because I'm just looking at the food. It excites me, right? Kind of like them weirdos that be watching porn. They get excited and they choke their neck or whatever the fuck they be doing. I don't know, right? But what's that called? That's called asphyxiation or some shit, right? And anyways, that's how I heard that's how David Carradine died. That's just funny, but it's weird. Anyway, so and by the way, I'm drinking a decaf black coffee. I caffeine and stimulants fuck me up. They give me crazy anxiety. Um, but the fuck was I getting at? Oh yeah, so I don't even like drinking coffee. I don't even consider this fasting. Like I'm fasting and I'm losing weight and whatever. And when I'm fasting, I probably drink a decaf black coffee once, maybe a week or whatever, or twice a week. But I'm I'm against this, but I do drink it. But just know that morally, I'm against it. Right? I'm doing it. I understand that I'm doing this, but I'm against it. Right? Um, but whatever. I'm at. I started at 175 on Wednesday. This morning I'm at 171.4. So I lost around. You do the fucking math. I ain't doing that fucking shit. Come on now. The point is that it's Saturday, and it's been what? Is that 3.5, 4.5? Oh, I ain't 4. That's like a 3.5. Anyway, so I lost that since Wednesday to Saturdays. Today's Saturday. I'm breaking my fast tomorrow. I'm ultimately doing like a 104-hour fast. Tomorrow I'm gonna smoke some ribs. I'm gonna try to keep the sauce minimal, like the barbecue sauces and all that shit. I'm just gonna throw some ghee on there. I'm gonna throw some salt and some pepper, maybe some paprika, and I'm just gonna gorge. I'm just gonna gorge the fuck out. I got 2 big fat ass slabs of ribs. I use the 3-2-1 method, right? When I'm smoking my ribs. So yeah, I'm gonna eat like a motherfucker. I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes tomorrow too. I got my mashed potatoes are world fucking famous. I'm telling you that right now, but they really not. But they should be, right? I'm making some mashed. Why is this fucking light? I want to show y'all my glasses. Like these are fire as fuck. Look at this shit. These Viennas. You know what I mean? Um, I'm gonna break my fast and then after Sunday, back to fat. Fuck after Sunday. My problem is when I eat. I plan to eat one meal after a fast, and then I end up gorging after that. I eat a good, nice meal, and then after that, I just start gorging. So, what my game plan is, my car is just fucking, the charge is just going up out of nowhere. Like, I don't understand that. Anyway, so, my plan is to do a 104-hour fast, break my fast, continue the cycle, right? I told y'all before I'm 5'8". Right now I'm 175 pounds, but it's not muscle. It is fat. You know what I mean? My dad, he gained, and my dad and my family, just genetics. We gain the muscle. We gain the fat in our stomach. We don't gain it in our legs. We don't gain it in our arms. We gain it in our stomach and our face, right? Um, when I was at 205, I definitely have visceral fat, right? A lot of it. Now my belly just feel more like gelatin. It feel jelly and shit. But I'm gonna wipe that shit off the face of the earth too, right? My dad, I heard my brother was I don't really talk to my dad, but I heard my brother told me that my dad had kind of got off the drugs briefly, and he just gained all the weight. He gained like 50 pounds in his gut, right? We'll see how long that survives or whatever. But I got an uncle, one of his brothers dying of heart disease. We got a history of hernias in our family. Now here's the thing. I don't think that history of hernias has anything to do with having weaker stomach lining or whatever the fuck that is in there that be shredding or whatever the fuck, that some kind of abdominal. Anyways, I think it has to do with our family history of overeating. We come from my dad's family. They had like a restaurant in Kenya, in Mombasa, for like 25 years or some shit like that. So they can cook. My dad can fucking cook. Like he can really fucking cook, you know. I can cook too, not like my dad. Like my dad he be whipping up some like fire ass biryani. He be making the most fire sambusas. He be making just some fire ass fucking food, right? I make fire food too, but it's not like Africanized like that. But I do make some African meals that are fucking amazing, right? But my dad was doing that in a restaurant, so his whole family, they eaters. They can eat, right? Including us, right? We eat too. My mom's side of the family, same thing. Weight in the gut. Weight in the gut. It's rarely evenly distributed. I got a couple brothers that they have their fat gets evenly distributed, but for the most part, most of us it's in the face and in the gut, right? So that shit is scary to me, right? Because they say that's a precursor to that, and visceral fat precursor to heart disease and all kinds of other diseases, right? When I hear something's a precursor to heart disease, I don't just take it as that. I take it as it could be a precursor to dementia, Alzheimer's, just so many other issues, right? However, I did just get my motherfucking blood work today, and the motherfucker said I am exceptional. He said my hemoglobin exceptional, thyroid exceptional, estimated GFR, I don't know what the fuck that was. That was a 111, whatever the fuck that means. Lipid panel, cholesterol 5.06, HDL cholesterol 1.37 millimoles or whatever, LDL cholesterol 3.24, then it says 0.00 to 3.40 millimoles or whatever they call them. Anyways, triglycerides 1.0, non-HDL cholesterol 3.69, urate level 361, ferritin 228, iron and TIBC, iron is 14, 8 to 30 umoles, TIBC is 55, 40 to 80 umoles, transferrin is 0.26 or 0.15-0150, whatever. The saturation is empty. I don't know what that means. Alanine transaminase 29 1 to 60 U-L. Lipase is 20 0 to 80 U-L. Urea is black. So my urea is bold. The writing is bold, and it says L. I hope I ain't taking L's with my urea. It says L 2.6, 3.0 to 7.5 millimoles dash LO, and then in brackets it says low. But the doctor said that was good. I guess I don't know what the fuck that means. Sometimes my doctor, I swear, his face look red. He look like alcoholic or something. I'm not throwing him under the bus, but he look like an alcoholic. But it's whatever. But he be bigging me up when he sees my results, cause I'm 35 years old. He says my BMI is good, but how the fuck he know that, right? He ain't test my BMI. He just look at me with a hoodie on. He like, oh, you good? I'm like, nah, I got a gut. I'm skinny fat. He's like, no, you good. Mind you, this motherfucker's obese, right? So with a red face. You know that red nose, alcoholic nose, and the rosacea, the blush cheeks. That's what he looked like, right? Motherfucker looked like Boris Yeltsin, right? You remember Boris Yeltsin from the 90s? Creatinine serum 78, 550 to 120 umol. Electrolytes, sodium. My electrolytes best be on point because I be taking this potassium chloride, the motherfucking sodium chloride, the motherfucking sodium bicarbonate, the motherfucking magnesium sulfate. I be taking that shit, right? So sodium 142, that's 133 to 145 millimoles. Potassium 4.4, 3.5 to 50 millimoles. Chloride 108, 98 to 111 millimoles per liter or whatever. I'm not trying to bore y'all with all this shit, but like the point of the story is the motherfucker say I'm good. The motherfucker say I'm good. He said my glucose, my everything was good, like exceptional, right? So I don't know what the fuck I'm reading here, so I don't even know why I read all this trash to you. My apologies. I apologize. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done this, but I did it because I just got the motherfucker, right? So anyways, I deviated my whole course of what I was trying to make a video about. It was supposed to be about being addicted to fasting. I mean, being addicted to eating food, or the idea of eating food, right? I wasn't lying about being an HD motherfucker. I was not lying about being ADHD. I'll tell you that right now. But actually, the best I've ever felt and the most focus I've ever had in my life was on the keto diet. Because I was doing strict keto, right? I was listening to Stephanie Keto Person and Dr. Eric Berg, even though they had the little beef for a minute, right? But listening to those two motherfuckers, I lost like 35 pounds, and my attention span was better than it has ever been in my entire life. It was better than it has ever been in my entire life. So I was doing keto OMAD, right? And I swear to fucking God, I was, within those 3 months, I was studying Portuguese daily with focus, alert, attentive, all of that shit. I was there, you know what I mean? I was fucking there. So I definitely ride for the keto diet. I ride for the carnivore diet. I ride for the motherfucking OMAD, and I ride for motherfucking snake diet because I've experienced those myself. I tried veganism years ago. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. That was some of the most I be on Tinder and shit, and I'm looking at these bitches talk about vegan. I'm a vegan, animal based, and I'm listening to them like, you a whole fool. You a whole fool. Like, or plant based, yeah, like, you was already plant based. You eat at McDonald's, you go Chick-fil-A, you go all these motherfucking places, you're plant based. When you go to McDonald's, at the most extreme, say I ordered a double Big Mac, right? Say I ordered a double Big Mac. I got 3 buns on that motherfucker. I got lettuce, whatever that Thousand Island Mac sauce is. That's all plant based. Onions, motherfucking, who knows what the fuck is in that patty, right? I know that shit. You can just taste it. That ain't 100% beef, right? So that shit's watered down with some plant based shit. The fries, plant based. The salt, I don't know what you'd call that. Is that a plant? Whatever the fuck, it's a mineral. It's a fucking stripped mineral. It's like table salt that they be using in that. They marinate them fries in glucose. I don't know if y'all knew this, but they marinate in some kind of sugar, fructose corn syrup or whatever the fuck, and then they refry it again, right? But what else? The ketchup, plant based. The soda, plant based. That's motherfucking cane sugar and whatever flavoring. None of that is animal, right? You're eating a plant-based meal. The only questionable possible meat is in the patty. Everything else is plants. You're eating plant-based, right? So don't talk to me about your plant-based and this and that, because you probably been plant-based from time, right? You probably been plant-based. So I don't really, I roll my eyes when I hear these new vegans and these new vegetarians and shit, because like, stop, like 99% of these vegetarians and vegans that you bump into, they are so hopped up on pseudoscience, it's embarrassing. Like, it really is. It's fucking embarrassing. Like oh my god, I've heard all, like, they be talking about ashwagandhas and motherfucking oh my, I was regurgitating this nonsense. Like, I am so embarrassed. I was regurgitating this fucking nonsense. This Dr. Sebi, I studied all Dr. Sebi's videos, and I had like written a list about the proper human diet and all his hybrid and non-hybrid foods and all this BS that I was reading. I later found out that Dr. Sebi, first of all, he was never he wasn't even a doctor. But Dr. Sebi had stole the concept of mucus causing disease from a German naturopath from like the early 1900s named Arnold Ehret, right? Arnold Ehret. I don't know how to pronounce the motherfucker, but he had stole that concept from that, right? So, he was going around like calling himself a doctor, which is, you know, more of a doctor than fucking Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. You know what I mean? Like you're not a doctor. You know what I'm saying? So that's like me. Like, okay, don't get it twisted. Like, I call myself Professor Yuck as a joke sometimes with my homies. Like, yeah, Professor Yuck, because I'm a know-it-all and this and that, right? Whatever. But I like to study, but I don't actually. I wouldn't go into a group of people and say, "Hi, I'm Professor Yuck. Take me seriously." You know what I mean? Without the disclaimer that it's just like a stage name type shit, right? I would have to. I would tell you that because I would have too much shame to run around, and I understand what it takes to get a PhD. You know what I mean? It's not light work. So I wouldn't just run around like calling myself doctor like it was a. I mean, as a joke, sure, but on a serious level, and then start selling products and start selling this and that, and I'm not a real doctor. No, I can't rate that. I can't respect that shit, right? He was deceptive. He was a fucking liar, right? The motherfucker. The last few videos you see of Dr. Sebi, right? He was just laying, he be in the couch, electric cho, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. The motherfucker looked like he's dead already. He would, like, you look at his last, like, the last, like, 8-10 years of videos that he was doing, right? And I don't mean to mock the man. He's passed away or whatever, but I'm sorry, like, that was a scam, right? Even his cases with curing all those people of AIDS, he got off. Go look at the motherfucking case. He got off on that case because he never claimed that he was giving them doctor whatever, right? And he was actually just like an advisor type situation. So he got off on a technicality. That's how we got off on that trial, right? He didn't get off claiming to be. He didn't get off because he was he proved that he cured 70-something people of HIV and this and that. Like, I would like to see those people now. I would like to see those people that he cured of AIDS, right? And really, he was playing with people's emotions, because if you had HIV or some kind of fatal disease, a lot of people want to believe that they're cured. They want to fucking believe, right? Because they're going through it. They're going through it. They want to believe that it's not. You know what I mean? It's a government conspiracy, and don't. I question the origins of HIV, but as for cures, I really question that shit. Because, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up, right? But anyway, so I digress, as I do every fucking time I make a video. So I fuck with y'all. I'm on day 4. I'm gonna be on day 5 tomorrow. I'd appreciate any support, comments, whatever, like, subscribe, all of that shit. If you don't fuck with me, get the fuck out. Peace. You know what I mean? Don't be a fucking weirdo and watch me and then complain about shit. Just go. Go somewhere else. Like, just go. You know what I mean? Just leave. Like, why are you here? You know what I mean? Yeah. I think my next video I'm gonna make about all my problems with finding a woman and this and that and the current status of relationships and shit like that. I think that's gonna be my next video, because I'm kind of fed up with all that stuff, right? So yeah, like and subscribe and holla at me. It's your boy Professor Yuck. No, I'm playing, but yeah, they call me that too. But Yucca, whatever you want to call me. Peace.